Welcome to my kingdom. See this piece of wood? From this we are going to make an ancient Latvian bow from oak, from an oak tree, split from an oak tree. This is the hard part, but there is an easier way to make a bow. So this is the easy way to make a bow from hazel, from a hazel tree. This is I chopped this down last year, and also this, and dried it. But see, one mistake I made, I didn't take all the bark off. You should take it off because now it's very hard to take off. I've already made one that's almost ready, you see, thick in the middle and sort of tapered to the end, The thing is, what you have to do is to choose which will be the upper end, which has to be a bit longer than the lower end. And you make the center line. See, I made the center line, and about 3 inches up for the top part of the bow, and 5 or 6 centimeters down, or inches down to this end. So this is the shorter part, and you leave this be, and you work up from down and down, and as you see, you taper it. But now this is the real hard part. You have to remember two things, okay? It's absolutely essential. The tree has growth rings. So you can take a look here. The growth rings are like this. I put it in with a pencil, one of them. You should never cut like this. The growth ring has to be cut horizontally, so the upper part stays round or straight. Okay? And you have to choose which will be the belly. The belly is the one closest to you, and the back is the one that is away from you. So what I did, and you only work on the belly. The upper part where the growth ring stays, sapwood, it's called sapwood in English, you leave alone. Only at the end do you sandpaper it, because this is, you know, this is how you do it. You don't cut it away. And here is what I did. Okay, here is the result. I chose the belly to be this side. This side. So this is all flat, more or less flat, not completely. And this is how the bow bends afterwards, okay? Now I'll show you with the oak how I do it. But that is more or less what we do, right? See, this is round, semi-round, except here. And it's also semi-round at the ends. And how do you choose which will be the belly and which will be the back? Well, look at this. You look at the natural form. Well, the natural form would be that this would be the belly, okay? And then you mark it with a pencil and you work on the belly, not on the back. You can make another bow like this. You take any piece of wood, make it small, plane it down, narrow at the ends, you see, a little thicker for the handle, and glue a piece of bamboo, which you've cut with a bandsaw, you know. They're round, you know. It doesn't matter if it's a little like this. And glue it with a very strong glue. And you'll need about 10 8 clamps. And leave it for 10 days, at least 10 days, you know, on the bench. Tighten very hard. And see what you get. It'll never break, And you can do the same with this quiver. See the piece of wood that I screwed together with the two sides of the leather for a pouch, and then this is a little round. You can cut a piece of wood there and screw it on, and it's good enough for a quiver. This used to be my belt, and I buy the arrows. You can make your own, like, you know, the ancient Latvian ones like this. This used to be, I think, from a crow I found, just feathers on the ground. Well, okay, let's shoot this. Let's see what happens. And this doesn't look serious, you know, but just watch the arrow fly. Okay, here we go. How about that? So, however, I'm not going to tiller it, because I have an expert in Madhuana who is a professional. He sells bows all over the world. I've made bows, of course I've made bows, you know, but they're sort of, you know, amateur bows. And he'll show you how, with this simple bow, he'll show you how to tiller it the proper way.